Welcome to the chapter number 3. Again, a very interesting headline template that we're discussing in this chapter. It is actually based on loss aversion. Well, the psychology behind this particular headline is that the pain due to loss is actually way bigger than happiness due to gain, and that is why you actually strategically put the spotlight on the loss and you show them what they are losing due to inaction. I'm going to show you some really interesting examples to actually show you how loss aversion trigger really works. So without further ado, let's actually jump to our first example. Now this one is from Zipcar. So look at the headline. It goes, own the trip, not the car. Well, it very strategically shows how owning the car is actually more expensive and comes with more hassles, because they follow up the headline with a sub-headline which goes, you drive and we'll take care of the rest. Well, it actually shows that there is something which is the rest. So there are all those hidden fees, hidden costs actually associated with owning the car. So what they're really doing is they're strategically telling you that, well, owning the car is a lot more expensive and comes with a lot more hassles, whereas when you actually own the trip, it's like much more carefree and you do not have to bear all those costs that really come with the ownership, right? So what they have done is they've strategically accentuated the loss in terms of maintenance and hassles due to ownership, right? So not a very upbeat headline which really tells you, oh, Zipcar is the finest service available in your town, or it's the first ever car sharing service. Nothing of that sort. Well, really strategically putting the focus on what you lose if you really own the car and not the trip. The next headline is failed payment recovery for SaaS and subscription businesses, right? Get paid, reduce churn, grow LTV. So what this headline is really showing is that, well, it's actually telling you that you have high churn and low LTV and failed payments if you're not using this service, which means you are losing cash, you're leaving money on the table, right? So that's how they're really putting this, putting the losses into the limelight. That's how they are really, talking about the failed payment recovery. Again, not an upbeat headline talking about Churn Buster as a service, but really telling you what you're losing by not really using this service, right? So pretty effective. This one is a brilliant headline because, I'm not just going to limit myself to the headline, but I'm going to go further and read this piece of copy as well for you because it really does the job really well. So it goes on to say, 67% of the people that were about to give you money don't. Now, it is so dramatic, but it really puts the point across really well because, it just comes right through. It really tells you that people, those who were supposed to give you money, they're not giving you money. So that means, well, that is your loss, right? And then let me read this copy to you because, like I said, it's pretty interesting. So the copy goes, whether you're selling website, coaching, photography, another type of service, a workshop, dynamite, Etsy creation, a book, a physical product, a 499-page PDF, or your grandmother's pearls, online cart abandonment rates tell us that you are accidentally losing a lot of money. 67% is nearly 7 out of 10 people. So let's say you charge $1,000 for a service you offer. And what they really do in here is that they actually tell you that, so 67% is actually what? It's actually the average cart abandonment rate, right? So they actually do the math and tell you that if you're making $1,000 on the service that you offer, then that's the amount of money. So it's 7 out of 10 people, they're not paying you, right? So they really actually show you the magnitude of what you're losing. So loss aversion at its best, right? Really exploiting the loss aversion trigger to its maximum capacity. So a task well executed. This one is another example. So it goes, no more sugar cravings that push you down into the slush of obesity and health problems. So again, what they are doing is that they are putting the spotlight on the problems that occur due to sugar cravings, which is obesity and other health problems, right? What they're really doing is that they are very strategically telling you that sugar craving is pushing you down the path of obesity and health problems, and which is a health loss, right? And if you cut down on sugar cravings, and so if you have no more sugar cravings, you will essentially cut down on that loss, and which is kind of powerful, right? So that's what it really does. All right, so here's your takeaway. Tell them what they lose by not taking the action. So inaction has a cost associated with it, and what you really do in this headline is that you bring that cost into the spotlight. You bring that loss into the spotlight, right? the impetus should be on the loss and the money they're leaving on the table, or the health that they are not really taking care of, right? Use words like you, your to imply that they already own or possess what they're losing, right? So they own the health. It's about your health, right? It's about your churn rate. So that's what this is all about. Now, well, you can use loss aversion headlines on your landing pages to make them a lot more effective and to make them a lot more powerful. Wish you luck with that. I'll see you around in the next video.